It was all silent until the echo of the rubbery soles of his New Balance shoes traveled across the barren space. His tiny hands fumbled with the three-pronged plug as he really thought about this decision. Does he really want all this responsibility? Would it be worth it? There was only one way to find out. With no more hesitation, he plunged the cord into the power socket as he waited painstakingly for the screen to load. As it turned on, the light illuminated this man's face. It was Bill Gates, and he was God. With much left to orchestrate and only the sun made, Bill began to work tirelessly, creating the perfect planet. The sun was so very vital, but what was the point of the power supply if there was nothing to make use of it? As for the sun's counterpart, when the screen goes to night with sleep mode, the power button waits glowing as the moon until day comes again. These were only the simplest tasks, as he had much to go until he had a basic civilization in his world. Bill needed a land for his creations to live in, so he constructed a background. Grassy hills rolled on with a blue sky hanging above it. Mountains peeked through just a touch in the back with daisies peppering the hills. This was the only serenity Bill would experience. He was going to corrupt it with his own merciless creations. Tensely, Gates opened Microsoft Paint and started modeling elements of his planet. The pressure was on. Creationism was no walk in the park. Soon trees, plants, and animals riddled the screen. This was nothing compared to the project he was about to embark on, though. He was to make mankind next. It was only appropriate to model them after the most beautiful thing Bill has ever seen, himself. A few clicks of his delicate fingers later, and he was quickly on his way to his favorite piece of work yet. Bill's eyes lit up as he pressed save, as his dreams were coming true. In order to put his creations where they belong, Bill dragged them across the screen, putting them in their rightful spots until he could make their homes. With the humans stowed away for now, it was time to make their civilizations. Opening up Internet Explorer, Bill selected his tabs and created different regions for his digital babies. Gently and full of pride, he laid them in their respective areas. They would forever be thankful to their God, even leaving virtual sacrifices via email and PayPal. Bill Gates was a very well-respected and liked creator by all, except one man. Suddenly, across the vast galaxy, Bill heard a sizzling pop and the marimba ringtone playing. "Steve," Bill gasped. He thought he had defeated him long ago. A laugh emerged from the darkness along with the burning figure of the devil, or Steve Jobs. "I've made it back," the Burning Man announced. A snarky smug slapped across his face. I thought you were dead after I had destroyed you the first time," Bill said, his confusion and fear both growing. They knew what was about to ensue, and neither side was truly prepared. Jobs stared down his opponent. He didn't like what Bill had used his power for, or what Bill had created for himself. Steve Jobs wanted what Bill had. Steve Jobs wished he could be God. Without thinking twice, he ran to the Windows desktop, grabbing onto the plug. Before he could do it, Bill caught up to him, grabbing tightly onto his wrist. "Why would you do this?" yelled Bill. Tears were forming in his eyes. He couldn't let this happen to the only thing that mattered to him. Steve had gone to retaliate, but it was to no avail. Bill passionately fought off any attack he was thrown. It was for his world, his most prized possession. Both fought relentlessly, trying to defeat the other for the computer. "I'll turn this computer into Mac, I swear on it," Steve hissed. That was the final straw. Gates wasn't having that talk. Bill quickly went to the keyboard and pressed Ctrl and Delete, finally offing Steve Jobs for now. For the rest of eternity, the computer would get a pop-up virus from Steve as a feeble attempt to ruin the planet. It was no use. Bill and all his creations would work to defeat him, one antivirus software at a time. The devil was truly defeated.